Hello everybody, my name is Mike on a Bike and welcome to another episode of Grid Legends. Only a couple of days left until Forza Motorsport releases and I am excited as I've ordered the premium edition, which means I'll get to start playing it on the 5th, and I'll make sure to upload that to my channel. But as for now, back to Grid Legends, we are starting 21st, make that 20th as of now, as there's a pileup on the right hand side. Somebody forgot to press on the gas pedal or has a little bit of stick drift going on. That will make them impervious to becoming invisible as somebody joins mid-race just ahead of us, and I slow down a little bit to try and avoid contact. The last thing I want to do is cause a massive effect, ruining everybody's race ahead of me. And for anybody that does not know, we are on the Suzuka circuit, but it is the B circuit, which is just typical Suzuka circuit but in reverse. I don't know why that's even a thing. I mean, clockwise Suzuka circuit is absolutely amazing. Counterclockwise, well, as nice as it is, it's not really necessary. But on to the back straight we go. We've got an AI directly ahead of us. We had somebody crash into an AI directly behind us, and we're now at Spoon Curve, where two people had just joined the race, going extremely slow into Spoon Curve. Coming out of it now, we've got two more vehicles directly ahead of us, so we've got a Renault directly behind us. At first glance, that Renault looks like he's pretty racy. He may just keep up with us here. And now, entering the hairpin, we're gonna brake in as straight as line as possible, stop the car as fast as we can, and we've got a Renault and a land boat, also known as a Bentley, battling it out. We're gonna make the most of our exit and get right past both of them, although the Bentley is fighting us on the inside but forgets to use the brakes, goes completely wide and visits the beaches called the sand traps. And now coming out of the Degna curbs, we have a Renault who decides to shed some weight. They no longer needed that hood anyway. They wanted to go a little bit faster, and so they hit the eject button on the hood of their car. And it would be absolutely amazing if you could make your own stickers in this game. I think his would be weight reduction, bro. And as we make our way through the S curves now, we actually have a surprise. He decides to pass us on the inside, well played by him. However, doesn't seem to manage to be able to keep complete control of his car, and that will cost him the exit. And where it is now a drag race, past the finish line, we managed to make it a car length ahead, and that Jetta still has not moved from that position. I am really concerned for the safety of that driver right now. And now we make our way into the Casino Triangle, respectively turns 18, 17, and 16 as the Renault behind us loses control, hits that rewind button, ends up right back on our tail again. And the pressure continues as we make our way through 130R, and the Renault follows us right through, sticking to our slipstream. And I try to break the toe by swerving to the left, but he follows, so I made my way back to the inside of the course as his car decides to shed more weight, this time sacrificing the trunk. Into Spoon 2 we go, taking a semi-defensive position to deny them entry into the inside of the corner. And that defense was a success as we go through Spoon 1, keeping a very clear eye on our opponent right behind us, as they are still within 0.6 of a second, granting them the best possible slipstream. But we do manage to hold on to the position because they don't like or subscribe to any of my videos. And into the hairpin we go, making sure to tuck it in nice and tight, touching those curbs on the inside with two tires to help with the rotation, and our opponent loses it. And with this cleared now, we no longer have any pressure from the back thanks to them not liking and subscribing. And now we set our attention to the two cars directly ahead of us. Now I could have gone through the Degner curves a little bit better, but the adrenaline of an attacking Renault still had me going there for a second. And you may be asking, Mike, why do you have the racing line on? Well, it's an arcade game, so it doesn't really matter. I haven't necessarily put in enough time on the street circuits, the fictional ones in this game, so I don't really know my way around those very well, so I just leave it on. But as we make our way through the S-curves for the second time in this race, we find ourselves catching a big boy once again, the beautiful Bentley Continental GT3 car, and making our way towards the straight after what I would say is a fairly good first corner. That Jetta still has not moved at all, not an inch, as I'd like to assume both of those players were actually looking backwards as they both collide into it. And I have now been gifted second place as a generous offer. I believe it might have been from the devs, but who knows. And at this point we were pretty much uncontested as the Renault and the Bentley Continental start duking it out, holding everybody behind us back. So we basically had a very, very lonely race Now fast forwarding to the very last corner, and this is basically more or less where I'm going to end the video, but I also wanted to make a quick statement about Forza Motorsport. Now I am super excited for this game to release. I've always been a Forza Motorsport fan, and I am just dying to get my hands on it. Funny enough, one of my monitors decided to die out on me, so I'm using a miniature TV that I've had since 2011. And just before this video, I've actually been doing a little bit of research to try and get the quality of my videos to be a little bit better. But let me know in the comments, are you a Forza Motorsport fan? And which one was your favorite? I look forward to hearing from you guys. And thank you all again for sitting through yet another video. Heavily appreciated. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure, above all, to keep that rubber side down.